2 sets to love in favor of the Petrogas Angels against Philippine Army, and they have surely dominated so far in terms of attacks. Later on, Ivy Remulla will be breaking that down even further for you guys. But Ivy, I'd like to get your initial thoughts, main differences that you noticed between sets 1 and 2.
Well, definitely in set number 2, Army performed better. You know, they still have room for improvement when it comes to their first ball and their receives, but you know, basically, you know, they're slowly starting to adjust. We've seen a lot, certain sequences also that they were able to defend the ball very well. A lot of good coverages on the side of Army, and they're able to create points as well from the attack. But you know, I think Petrogas at this point really is moving more fluidly. There's more synchronization, if I may use that word, you know, inside the court. And as we take a look at the numbers, Petrogas Angels still dominating the attacking department. 19 big attack points as only 10 that was made by Philippine Army. The Petrogas Angels also continues to put in pressure from the service line with the service ace, and the blocking has 2 block points as well for the Angels. But what's quite interesting is the numbers that we see here from the errors, because Philippine Army only gave away 3 points from the errors while Petrogas gave away 8. So a lot of free points given by the Angels in set number 2, and I think that also gave confidence, or probably, you know, helped in terms of the momentum on the side of Army, because you know we've seen a lot of better sequences on the side of the white and green.
Well, right now, Petrogas just shuffled their players once more. A couple of their starters have returned. Nicole Tiamzon, DJ Cheng will be serving. Casey Galdones is back as well. Let's see if they can regroup and play a lot more efficient volleyball here in set number 3. Again, we thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez alongside Ivy Remulla, coming to you live from the Rizal Memorial Coliseum as Royce Lubino just scored the first point here in the 3rd set.
And we're also seeing a different combination, more or less, you know, same core group, but a new set of players coming in as well here for Army.
Mary Jean Balse. Chami got the first ball. There's Casey Galdones. It has been a well-exploited option for DJ Cheng in this game because of going to the middles.
And that's a thing with Janelle Cheng, you know, she doesn't have to be on that position at the side of the net. She can be at the attack line, but you know, the quickers can still get that set.
Ball went through, went to the other side. That's why Nicole Tiamzon just had to return it and straight to the ground. 2 serving 1. How about this woman, Brooke Van Sickle? Ikaw, Ivy, how would you evaluate her game so far?
Well, she is definitely a threat, you know, to the other teams. She's been attacking very well, and we've also seen good defense from her side.
Mitch Morente just scored. Let's see what happened. Speaking of attacking options, you haven't even seen Aiza Maiza Pontillas for the longest time.
That's how much options, you know, Coach Koji has in his lineup.
Can you imagine if they still had Gretchen Saltones?
That's right.
But of course, we wish Gretzel the best of luck as she starts her journey with Akari. That's going to be an up-and-coming, exciting team to watch as well, as Royce Lubino just scored off the left pin.
But I think we have not seen Royce long enough at the front line, you know, to help score with for Philippine Army.
Carbon got the first ball. Again, it's the middle hitter. That's the option for DJ Cheng.
Galdones has been really hitting very quick. Take a look at that once again. And she has been going for angles. So as a blocker, you really have to make sure you cover the sides and not block straight.
4-2 now. Audrey Paran approaches. That was deflected. That's why Casey had to get that ball. Three serving four, and Bautista. And company will try to go for the tie. Jumps on down the line. That was tough for Nene Bautista.
Good hit from Tiamzon.
Five serving three. Here's Mitch. Ball up by Royce. Espiritu back sets onto Jeanette. She loves that. She's been doing that ever since she was young.
She gets that running hit that she wants.
The Army's keeping up here. Just down by 1 against the Angels.
They just have to make sure that they don't let the lead balloon.
Ooh, there you go. A block point by Mary Jean Balse.
Let's take a look at that once again.
Oh, I wanted to see more of a celebration from Mary Jean Balse. That's what she's known for.
Well, good serve.
Counter. Ethan Arce with her very own slide attack. Six serving five. Petrogas regains the advantage. Nicole Tiamzon. Ooh, that's wide. A rare mistake by Chami in this game.
Don't look now, but we are now tied 6-all, and this is the first time that Army is able to tie the score with the Angels.
Audrey Paran. Try to go for the lead. Ethan Arce asked for it. Instead, they went to Brooke. Scramble on the side of Army. Great effort by Audrey Paran. Chance ball, Petrogas. DJ, 1-2.
Janelle Cheng knew. She knew that everybody was still scrambling and waiting for her to set to an attacker. Nobody saw that coming.
Boy, that was just a heartbreaker. What a play by DJ. Unfortunately, Ethan Arce just made another mistake off of the service line in terms of these errors for Petrogas.
And the errors are helping Army to keep themselves at bay when it comes to the score.
It's another tie. DJ, back row, Chami. Great recognition to put that ball up, and DJ Cheng just found zone number 5.
Well, everybody in the side of Philippine Army
There be a
said
challenge here?
that the ball did not cross the net, so there was no block touch either. So that's why I think everybody was just standing up.
It seems like they won't be challenging anything here. We have the technical timeout, 8-7.
Celebero kasi natin yung siniservice sa mga.
Presenting the very busy schedule of Philippine Army this week. Their next 3 games against CSB, Signal HD, and Cherry Tigo. Again, the action will happen starting today up until Saturday for the women's division. That's why for Petrogas, it still is the same busy schedule. Pabaliktad naman ang schedule nila with Signal HD, Cherry Tigo, and CSB coming right up. But I'd like to say this, in this game, we're missing some names from the side of Petrogas. That's Chisaet and Jonah Sabete. They do not have any major injuries, so no cause for concern there. It's just that they're rotating their players. Here's Brooke. Down the line, Paran tried to save it again. You have to be wary about the video camera, the challenge camera.
A good effort from Paran.
So it's now 9-7. DJ Cheng with the serve, then Dicha with the receive. Ooh, that's tough for Army. Block point for Brooke Van Sickle, who has been doing everything for Petrogas. 7. You did mention this would be the concern for Army. You do not want the lead ballooning for Petrogas. Off speed for Royce Tubino.
And again, you know, if the ball is given to Royce Tubino, you would more or less expect a strong hit. And that's what exactly Petrogas was preparing themselves for. But all of a sudden, an off-speed hit given by Royce Tubino.
Ooh! That wasn't the best of hits from the service line for Mary Jean Balsi. She knew it. It's 11-8. Brooke Van Sickle. What a serve. Espiritu. That's Danny Bautista who tried to score. Casey Galtones against Jeanette Villarreal. And Casey just prevailed.
Galtones really likes to go or hit towards the right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about the blocking of Army. So that's why it's going through. It's because you really have to keep it very tight.
Now it's a service ace. But I want to get back to your point about Galtones loving that right angle for herself. She is right-handed. But does that necessarily mean that it's easier to go right?
Not necessarily. It's just probably, you know, for some players, there's just this angle that's more comfortable for them.
Danny Bautista, it looks like any angle is comfortable for her.
It doesn't matter.
Sa talino niya, no, bilang hitter. Does she qualify as yung sinasabi nating idol ng idol niya?
Yeah.
Ganun siya,
yeah.
no?
Oh. Kasi probably the younger fans right now, syempre, they haven't really seen her play in her prime, but those players that you consider seniors right now are probably looked up to Nene Bautista when they were starting playing.
10 serving 13. Ball up by Barbon, not the best who receives though. Cheng had to chase. Yamzon sending it cross. Espiritu to the left pin. Barbon again putting it up. Nicole. Ball sent back by Nene. Good read. Mitch Morente from the other side. Nice rally here. Espiritu. Bautista. Yes.
Nene Bautista once again. Just choosing the right angle. She's actually hitting it at the hands of the blockers. We could say it can be intentional.
Long as it works for her. More importantly, the lead is down to 2.
Here. Position 6 player. Don't move. Here. More slowly. Opponent hitting timing should be better. Jump. Don't do that faster. Okay. I go one catch. And sub catch also. Slowly. Relax. Catch. I go.
Royce Tubino and the rest of Philippine Army will look to continue delivering some goods here as they try to trim down the lead. They did tie things up 3 times earlier this set. Tubino with the serve. Chamzon got the receive and she's gonna get it back. Net defense is there. Back row. Brooke Van Sickle. Tough dig by Royce Tubino. Counter. Chamzon with a cross. The effort is there, just not enough for Philippine Army.
But I love how the rallies are getting longer, you know, compared to sets 1 and 2.
What do you think is the main difference? Is it the defense of Army?
Well, the defense definitely has picked up, you know, and they're going to more faster plays as compared to what they have started off with in set number 1.
That's a nice block by Petrogas.
Right. So, but I think more than anything, you know, there has been improvement in their first ball.
The first concern that you actually brought up in this game.
I mean, they're still having challenges with it, but compared to how they were handling it in particularly the first set, you know, I think pretty much are doing better right now.
Tubino from the back row. Ball to the sky. Chased by Brooke. And a chance now for Philippine Army. Espiritu will choose Jeanette and Villarreal will make it all worth it. Nagkauntugan pa. Silang dalawa ni Audrey Paran afterwards.
This is what I'm talking about, Army now able to utilize faster plays, and this was actually almost non-existent, in the first set. And I think putting in Royce Tubino also inside has helped because yung aggressiveness, it was there.
Oh, nice read by Nicole Tiamzon. Just had to return that ball by Espiritu. Now we proceed to the second technical timeout. So for our PNVF Champions League, we have 5 teams in the women's division. The tournament happens this week, but next week we proceed to the men's division. We have 8 teams. That's why they have to be divided onto 2 pools. So some teams, Signal HD, Navy, Savage, CSB, BNS, Iloilo, Philippine Air Force, and Philippine Army. Do you have any thoughts about that division, Ivy?
Well, these more or less we're quite familiar already with some of these teams. So I think it's really going to be an interesting tournament. Considering that in the last PNBF, the Signal, known to be one of the strongest teams in the men's division, unfortunately was defeated. So I'm sure they will be coming back much stronger.
That was the Challenge Cup, right? When they lost to UST.
That's right.
Who will be, of course, focusing on the UAAP coming right up. Well, Signal has been there. They are a defending champion team as well. They defeated AMC in the second season. Oh, that service is long for Jeanette Villarreal. Could have been some good momentum already for Army off the timeout.
And she was not happy with that serve, very obvious. But they're 4 points down. So I think they can still manage this, but they really just have to be very careful not to commit any more errors, and they just have to have solid defense.
17-13. Speaking of errors, Espina with a mistake.
So this is opportunity for Army. They're just down by 3. 4 service errors given away by the Angels here in this set.
Parang paangat yung errors ng Petrogas, no?
That's right.
Orbon with the receive. DJ, back row. Espina, pinabawi. Could not do so as of yet. Royce Tubino will score. Well, she's getting there.
Well, Royce Tubino has been pretty quiet, actually. Not the typical Royce Tubino that we were probably expecting. But the thing is with Army also, I mean, if you've been watching them in the past, medyo mabagal silang uminit eh.
Ang tawag doon? Diesel?
Diesel, oo.
Unfortunately, they're facing a team who are Petrogas, yung pangalan ng kalaban nila.
So mabilis.
Mabilis agad.
Mabilis, mabilis
kahit
agad.
anong gasolina yan, kahit diesel yan or gas, gagana para sa kanila. 18-15, Ethan Arce. Tubino with the receive. She's gonna get it back. Not much power. Here's Brooke. That's long.
Another 3-point here for Philippine Army.
16-18.
That's right. So they managed to narrow it down to 2 points.
Double sub. Denny Bautista returns and goes for Espiritu.
So another tall front line here for Philippine Army.
What a front line, by the way, with Balse, Bautista, and Tubino. When Espiritu just served. DJ, slide. Espiritu keeping it alive. Then Dicho onto Paran. Good chance on the other end. Cheng opens up. Bautista was there. Great effort by Landicho. Another chance for the red shirts. DJ onto the runner. No go. Counter. Balse could not score. What a rally. Back row hit. Espiritu keeping it alive. Landicho to Nene. And Bautista will score.
She has been scoring off the block. The blockers of Petrogas not able to figure out yet the right timing with the Nene's hit.
It's like 90% off the block, no? For
Oh,
Nene
that's
Bautista.
right. Well, she's had the clean hits, no? But yeah, you're right. A good read though that time.
A chance to tie here for Army. DJ Cheng to the middle. Casey Galdones.
Again, you really have to keep that right side very tight if it's Casey Galdones going up for that quick hit.
Double sub, Myla Pablo. Ivy Perez checking in. Myla has had quite a number of points already for herself in this game. This is her return game. Her comeback for Petrogas. Ivy Perez sending that ball straight to Landicho. And here's Royce Tubino. That's long. Is there a check?
No check, no check.
Is there going to be a challenge? Yes.
I think Royce was pretty sure about that. But on the side of the Angels, they were calling, they were saying there was no check.
So this will be the third challenge in this game, all from the side of Army. But they haven't been successful so far.
That's right. Well, this time it did seem that it did not touch any of the blockers on the side of Petrogas, but of course the cameras would have a better view.
After all, if you're Philippine Army, this is the time for you to try to get every point that you can.
That's right. And you know, sometimes the challenge also helps to break the momentum of your opponent. So, you know, there are instances where we've seen that the coaches would, you know, call a challenge, even they know that they will not win it. Yeah.
Well, in some tournaments, it's practically a timeout.
That's right. You know, just to give the players a breather as well. But I think more importantly, really to break the momentum of your opponent.
We've even seen a lot of service errors off of these challenges as we see the replay. Meron ba o wala? Wala.
It's not.
So it's another unsuccessful challenge.
The challenge is unsuccessful.
The Army player saw something at the last second,
Philippine Army loses a
but the
challenge.
camera did not see it. And so we shall go with the ruling that is unsuccessful. It's 20-17 at may timeout pa ngayon. Let's listen in.
Gawin natin, pasa tayo, tapos atake tayo. Kapag may take, kailangan meron tayong coverage ha. Okay. Tatlo lang yan. Tibay lang, tibayan nyo lang. Walang bibitaw. Tibay, pasa. Ang kailangan pasa ang kailangan natin. Set mo na maayos ha, discard ka mo na maayos. Okay? Let's go.
Jovelyn Gonzaga continues to recover with her long-time injury, no? But again, tomorrow there is a guarantee that she will play for Philippine Army. Of course, that's something that is, you know, yung kinaabangan talaga ng mga
That's
tao
right.
pagpabalik ni Jovelyn Gonzaga. And, you know, she will actually go up against her current PBL team in Signal HG in this tournament. Ivy Perez serves. They're up by 3. Espiritu. Ooh, not the best of sets. Balse will send it to the other side. Casey Galdones setting up. Myla Pablo. That's in. Well, that was one heck of a broken play.
Let's take a look at that once again. Myla Pablo with that cross-court hit.
Look at her celebrating Casey Galdones. Who gave her that set. Audrey Paran. Temperatura digging it up. Back row hit. That's low for Espida.
Another free point, courtesy of an error from the Angels.
We have a sub. First time in this game. Princess Belio checks in to replace Mary Jean Balse.
18 serving 21, serving is Princess Belio.
Crucial serve now for Princess on her first appearance. That's in. Part 1 with the first ball. Ivy, back set. And it's straight to zone number 1 for Brooke Van Sickle.
There's only one blocker going up against her.
Serving 18. Petrogas is 3 points away from winning this matchup. Let's see if the Army will have a big response. Espina, ball deflected. Nandicho digging it up. Espiritu. Onto Nene. And Bautista again scores.
The little help from the net this time for Nene Bautista.
Straight to the middle of the defense. And Brooke Van Sickle did not get to that ball anymore. Unfortunately, Royce Tobino commits an error off the service line.
Well, that would definitely be a costly error on the side of Army because they still have, you know, they can still tie this up.
Joy Dacoron returns. They're up by 4, but before she gets to play again, we have a timeout.
Okay, okay na yun. Ngayon ang kailangan natin pangpasa tayo. Ha? Atake tayo ha. Kapag di kaya, sa harapan, may backrow tayo. Ha? Bigyan mo lang sa backrow, hindi kaya. Yung sa harapan natin, kailangan matake ng matake tayo. Kapag may atake, may cover tayo ha. Let's go, kaya pa yan.
Let's go,
Tayo, kaya pa yan.
It's 19 to 23 in set number 3. Philippine Army fighting for survival in this game. But on the other end for Brooke Van Sickle and the rest of Petrogas, they want to rest up because they have a lot more games to go through this week. Casey Galdones serving. Bautista with the first ball. Espiritu looks and sets. Aubrey Paran, ball deflected. Ivy Perez, back set onto Myla, and Pablo will score.
It's now match point here for the Angels.
It's a nice cushion for them. 5 match points. Casey Galdones just served. Espiritu onto Royce from the back row. Galdones onto Espina. That's outside off of the blocker. So that's it for this game. Petrogas will sweep. But before we call it a match, we have one last challenge. This has happened time and time again. You have nothing to lose anymore if you're Army.
That's right.
Have you ever covered the game wherein there was a challenge at the last point and eventually there was a comeback that happened afterwards?
Well, I have watched, but not
covered.
really covered, yeah.
I remember a game that we
It's really
covered.
very anticlimactic, you know, you're like already celebrating.
I remember that game. It was in the UAAP kung saan tapos na, nag-challenge, tumuloy, at natalo pa at the end. So, you never know. And this is only the beginning. Again, later on, we have Cherry Tigo and Signal HD facing each other. With, obviously, College of St. Benilde watching these games as they continue to scout their ates.
Well, definitely a very good opportunity, you know, for CSB, you know, being able to play with among the best teams here that we have in the country.
Or is there a block touch? Yes. So that's it.
Unsuccessful point and the match to Petrogas.
All right, no more miracles here on the side of Philippine Army. It's a 3-set win for the Petrogas Angels, who shuffled their players all throughout the match. I'm taking a look at their lineup right now. Was everybody able to play?
I think everybody was fielded in.
Tama.
Yeah, everybody had the chance to play.
And this is not even their complete roster. Again, Chisay and Jonas Abete. We're looking forward to seeing them in action as well in the PNBM Champions League in the upcoming days. On the other end, for Philippine Army, the same argument goes for Jovelyn Gonzaga. And so for the team who has been together for 9 days, obviously this is just the start again for them. You never know just how good they can come up to be by the end of the tournament. And at least for now, it's Petrogas who will win it in 3 sets. We'll be back to wrap this game up. It's 25-11, 25-19, 25-19 in favor of the Petrogas Angels as they get win number 1 in the PNBF Champions League for 2024. All right, in this game, we have been mentioning the shuffling for Petrogas, the distribution as well in terms of sets. That's why your best player, Ivy, is...
Of course, none other than the playmaker here for Petrogas, Janelle Cheng. No, she has been making all of her players look good. Very good transitions, very good distribution of the ball. And, you know, if you watch her play, she really plays very relaxed.
Yes.
You know, and she really makes the setting job look very easy.
I would even argue that she catches us off guard.
Right.
With her body language on the floor. Remember that 1-2 play?
That's right, that's right. And she did not only catch us off guard, but everybody in the court, and I am sure everybody here watching live as well.
And so this is actually quite a familiar scene for us as well, no? Seeing a graphic that says DJ Cheng, best player of the game. Dumarami na rin yun para sa kanya in the past year.
That's right. And you know, as a setter, it's actually not easy, you know, to get that recognition.
All right, so we have some highlights to wrap up this game. Let's talk about set number 3, Ivy. Your thoughts?
Well, I feel that set number 3, of course, is the best set that we've had here in this match. And Army has really been, you know, working very hard. We've seen better execution, better plays, better sequences on the side of Army. And this has been the closest, you know, in the entire match. And Army was able to tie the score. And a lot of opportunities that was also created by Army, which was not really, which was their challenge in set number 1 and set number 2. But pretty much, you know, the Angels were very consistent all throughout, and it seems that no matter who it's fielded in, they just get to do the job. And this is the summary, or this is the story of your set number 3. Still the Angels leading in attack points, but Army, like I said, Lisa lang talaga, you know, gets better and better in each set. Kung siguro stretch it to 5 sets to, baka mas marami na silang nakukuhang puntos. But the Angels also did well in the blocking department, and at